My name's Walter O'Neill and I got a bit of a mixed bag for you today. I got a few items to show you from a haul, so a bit of a haul video, but I've also had a few pieces given to me, so I'm going to show you those from a subscriber, and a shocking return item from 18 months ago, maybe even 2 years. So, shall we get started? First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to Steve Hitchman. They're a family that come from Newbury and they've just bought a property down here. They're doing the property up, and he kindly came into the shop and asked me did I want a load of pictures now that were left and dumped at the house, and I said bring them in. Anything, I'll go through it all. Anything I don't want for the shop I'll put into a charity shop. So that's what I've done. I've donated most of what was there, but I've had a couple of pieces that I really do like. There's no age to them, but they are decorative. So they got this sort of foil effect map, framed and glazed, obviously. Yeah, I don't think they're very old. I think they're sort of 1980s, 1990s, but they're decorative enough. And this one was the map. Oh, is this one Wales? Irish Sea, Wales. Yeah. So we had these two maps. They're in like a gold foil effect. There's no real age to them, but they are very decorative, quite nice. And to be honest, they're going to be a tenner each, no problem at all. Just decorative for somebody to hang in a pub. And I also selected out of the pictures this pair of sort of 1970s framed prints. Just reminded me of like a Mabel Lucy Atwell type image, and I thought the image was quite sweet. So I kept those two again, and they're probably going to be about £18 for the pair. So that was very kind of you. I do appreciate it. It's good. The return's probably going to be about £40 there, and the charity shop has gained a load of things. So thank you very much for taking the time to come see me, and obviously for the pictures, and obviously for subscribing and supporting the channel. I'm going to show you my return in a bit, but before that we're going to move on to the actual haul that I've had. Now this piece here I bought privately and it owes me a tenner. It's 1862, give or take, around by there. Chinese pattern, so, and it's produced by Ashworth's. Now look at the mark. Look how this spelled ironstone. What a mistake there. I-double-N, it should be I-R. I-N-O-N they've got. Should be I-R-O-N, ironstone. However, this is an original piece. They used this royal crest from 1862, and obviously England was added then in 1891, so it dates between them, but I think this is early, quite early in the production. So a nice little jug for a tenner. I see that it's got to be about £25–30. I haven't done my research on it yet, but got to be a £30 jug. It's a nice early jug. These I just looked up now 2 minutes ago. Now they come in from a house clearance.
Chinese vase in charity shop.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you.
Right in on the bottom.
Sorry guys, these come in from private house clearance, and I bought them in. I paid quite a bit of money for these, but I bought them in with some jewellery, some mining memorabilia and that I've put away, and I'll film another day. So these pair of vases owe me £20. Now what are they? They are produced by Bagley, and they are a bamboo vase, or the pattern's bamboo. Vase number or pattern number is 3007, but they're also in a uranium glass. But I love the step in, this beautiful art deco step in. You've got the ribbon coming up here, really nice pair of vases, and they're the tall version. Sometimes you get them, they're the little ones. So I paid £20 for the pair, but I still rate them at about £45 for the pair, give or take. No frogs, but a nice pair of uranium green glass vases. They do glow under UV. All you got to do, get yourself an ultraviolet light, little shine on it, and you'll soon see if they glow up. But a perfect pair of Bagley bamboo vases there, and I really do rate them. next piece cost me £6, and I bought it privately again off some fellow dealers. And we have a lockbox and key. Now, looking at the colour, it almost looks like an MOD footlocker box or something like that. It certainly looks military in colour. And you've got a good solid lockbox. There's no arrows or nothing on it to suggest it's military or anything like that. Just thinking military because of the colour. Is it a footlocker box? Is it just a lockbox? I'm not sure. But for the £6, you know, if somebody wanted it as a document box or something like that, you know, it's got to be a £15-20 box, no problem at all. And with the key, you know, if you collect coins and want to keep your coins safe, anything, I know they can pick the box up and take the box in one go, but hey ho. It's not a bad little box, and for £6 I'm happy enough with it. My final piece is a beautiful pottery bowl, and I love this colouring inside. I'm not sure exactly how they do that. I think they throw like metal oxides or something in when it's cooking. Really nice. Now, I'm not 100% on who's made it. I think it's Welsh. Now, I've had a little look online. You've got Port Maddock and a few others to do this sort of glaze. But this is one that I'm not 100% on, and I'll have to research, and we'll try and figure out one day who it is. Until I figure out who it is, it's not going nowhere. But a really nice bowl. It owes me, I think it was either £4 or £5. I can't be exact. It was either 4 or 5. I just like the style of it. I love this finish in the inside. Very plain to the outside, but still a nice bowl. But I do think it's Welsh. Not 100%, but I do. Right, now for my return. About 18 months ago, or nearly 2 years ago actually, when I opened up the shop on the corner, a lady came in and she bought a Chinese silk off me, embroidery. And I can't remember what she paid. It wouldn't have been cheap. Anyway, a woman came in to me earlier on last week, and she said, "Do you remember when you opened on the corner?" She said, "Me and my mother, we come in and we bought the Chinese silk off you." And I said, "Yeah, actually I do remember it, because she made such a fuss over it. She loved it." Anyway, she said her mother had passed away, sadly, and there was a house clearance gentleman going in, and she wasn't willing for him to have it, so she brought it in and handed it back to me and said, "I don't want it, I don't want no money for it." She just gave it back to me. She wanted to go to another loving home, she said. But I decided I'm going to end up keeping this now. This is the silk. Now I'm going to give you a close-up look at this in just a minute. I don't even know why I sold it, to be totally honest with you, because the quality in the embroidery is really good. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the camera around now, and I'm going to show you this. But I suppose 18 months, 2 years ago was really before I started getting into the Chinese tidy. Since then, I'm really trying to learn Chinese. In fact, I'm going to put a video out one day next week if you're interested in Chinese, and I'm going to show you some of my early 18th century examples of plates. But we'll have a little look at this now. Okay, so there's the panel. It's about 14 inches by 6 inches, 7 inches, something like that, I guess. Now, lots of these panels come with this border sort of from the 20s. But what's important is the quality of the stitching. Now, they haven't just stitched ladies' dresses. Now, they've done all the patterns in there. If you looked underneath the stitching, under an eyeglass, the stitching is really good quality, tiny stitches. The amount of stitches that have gone in just to do all this, they haven't left the dress all plain. They've really decorated it well. You know, the flowers are shaded in, everything. It's really nice. We come over here, they've done a nice Chinese vase here, but rather than just being a plain vase, they've coloured it up. Come over here, look at the butterfly. There's actually quite a bit of work that's gone into embroidering all these silks. I love anything Chinese anyway, and I'm really struggling at the moment, but I'm getting somewhere now. Now if I look on the back, this piece was obviously shipped to Jerusalem and come back from there at some point or another. So it certainly wasn't shipped to the European market. But I really do like that. It's a beautiful piece. Nice bright colours. It's got a water stain here. I'm not going to clean it. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is and I'm going to keep it. So, but what a beautiful, beautiful embroidery. I suppose if you're looking for silks, then what you've got to look at is all the details that go into the shading and the patterns, and it's not just a solid block of colour. So anyway, I do like it very much, and I've decided now I'm going to keep it and I'm going to learn more about it. Personally, after looking at it, I think it's 1920s. Even all this border is all stitched, very finely stitched. It's really nice. So if anybody is interested in learning the Chinese porcelain or Chinese silks and things, there's a couple of places you need to go. First of all, there's a really wonderful channel on YouTube by a gentleman called Peter Coombs, and he runs bidamount.com, and basically he's an Asian, an Oriental art dealer in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and all he does is his videos on Chinese art, Chinese porcelains, Chinese silks, Japanese porcelains, bronzes, Tibetan pieces, you name it. He specializes in all that type of stuff, and his videos are very, very educational. But in amongst all that, what he also does is, if you want to buy the stuff, he actually does films showing you what's hot this week on eBay to put a bid on, what's real. He also tells you what to stay away from, what's fake. So if you want to buy some Chinese on eBay, he'll use his site and he'll give you updates on what's worth bidding on. I'm actually a member of a site called goldtheborg.com, and that it's not expensive, guys. It's about $40 a year, $30 an entire year, and there you got an entire board of experts, novices, everybody, and we all help each other trying to identify pieces. I have more help than I give, granted, but I'm still learning. But yeah, that's a brilliant site again if you want to go to a site that's very affordable and just read the thousands of threads there where people have put their opinions on pictures of somebody put a bowl up, and then you might have 10 or 20 experts or novices commenting on a piece saying whether it's real or not. Very, very educational, very good, and for the money, absolutely amazing. So that's about it, guys, for today's video. Again, Steve, thank you very much. I do appreciate it, and I'm very sorry the lady's mother passed away. I'm very glad she thought of me and brought this back. In fact, very shocked that she would rather bring it back and give it back to me than let the house clearance boys take it. So she must have had a really nice impact when they purchased it from me. So I think that's about it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. As I've said, I'll do a video on my Chinese porcelain plates for you next week, and I'll just give you a really close up, let you have a little look at the porcelain plates I've got that I'm trying to learn from. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. See you soon.